Counterclockwise. Just okay. Thank you. In summary, this motion to revoke probation states that on June 24th, 2019, in this court, you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for assault on a public servant. Is that true?
Yes.
Count two. Okay, hold on. I was just who the public servant was. Was it a police officer? Oh, a jailer.
Yes, sir.
Those are important people. Two states you failed to provide verification of performing community service hours as directed by the court. And from probation, where are we on the, how many community service hours? Oh, thank you very much, sir. Did we perform here?
20 hours in 6 years.
Okay. Not much. Nice. Well, community service is very important, and it's the difference between successful and unsuccessful handling of your problem. So you have failed to provide verification of performing community service hours. Is that true?
Yes.
And that's in violation of condition 18 of your community deferred or unadjudicated probation, where you were required to do that. Number one, the burglary of a habitation, that was something filed on that formally?
Yes, sir. And
And it's
I'll
not-
dismiss. I'll send it to you. You should have it in your queue.
Okay. And as far as fees are concerned, which are important, that's the way defendants, among other things, take care of their responsibility. But you had a fine of $500 that you were required to pay, supervisory fees of $60 a month, post-sentencing investigation fee is $500, other fees, and then maintenance. You have to, that supervision fees accrues at $60 a month. So we're talking about $720 a year over time. This motion to revoke probation states as of June, months ago, you were in arrears $6,453 for fees. Can you tell me in almost 6.5 years, which is like 80 months, how much has she paid toward any of these fees?
$743.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So that comes out to about $10 a month. Nice. Hardly anything. It's obvious that from the outset here, you didn't have your mind in the game. So let's see what we're going to do. There's an agreement that has been reached, I guess, huh?
No, sir. We're just dismissing the agreement was to dismiss the new case. That's it.
How much time does she have to do this? That's important to know. This is a third-degree felony. As you know, if your probation is revoked and you're found guilty, you are looking at no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison. What is, while we're waiting, what's the state asking for? question and what's the defense say? Go ahead, say.
Judge, just talking to the probation officer, it doesn't appear that Ms. Dugas is taking this serious. She's just not been doing community service. She's not paying. She doesn't seem to be really doing everything she can do to make up for what she did as far as committing the offense. I don't at this time think it's going to do any good to place her in prison, but I do think she needs to know the seriousness of this. So maybe she needs to do some weekends in jail or something to just kind of get her attention. To let us know we're serious about this probation. This is not just something she can do and get away with it without actually towing the line and doing what you've ordered her to do.
Go ahead.
Well,
On
I'm
defense, Mr. Hughes.
regularly state that this doesn't warrant revoking her probation, sending her to prison. I think whatever sanctions the court feels is appropriate
Like what?
to get her attention. Yeah,
It's been 6.5 years. She's not, you're gonna have a chance to be heard. Don't interrupt. Yeah, I look at this objectively as the state does. I haven't even heard from the probate office, but I know what's gonna happen. I know what she's gonna say because there was a memo that was sent in, but you didn't take this seriously. Everybody else seems to. We have 5,000 people on probation at any given time. And 95% of them are successful. 95%. And we're very proud of that. We wished it was 100%. But there's some like you who just don't buy into the game of helping themselves be the best they can be. And these are shown. Now, they dismissed a new crime, but I know what's behind that too. I mean, you shouldn't even be charged with a crime on my watch. That's just terrible. But the way you fix things are these other, not just refraining from committing crimes, but the community service hours and paying your fees. Those are the only other things really, other than be a good person. All those terms and conditions kind of fall into this is what you can do to pay back to society for your mistake, which you didn't do.
I don't show that reporting has been a problem.
Sir?
I don't show that reporting has been a problem.
Well, community service hours is where you get put back. I mean, she shows up, but she doesn't do anything. She shows up. So I'm here. Can I go home now? I mean, there's no progress. What have you done in probation that is a progress that has made the community and the world and yourself better? That's what I don't think. What do you say?
Well, I know I haven't been paying because.
You haven't been doing anything. You haven't done community service hours, hardly anything. But if you can't pay, I understand. But still, everybody can do something. I'm not going to bore you with the day I turned 16. I went to work at 3 a.m. at 80 cents an hour, but it wasn't that hard because I wanted to be independent and I wanted to make something of my life. Here, I mean, let's get back to you assaulted a J, a public servant of all people. I mean, what lady assaults other people, much less a gentleman? But there you are. And then there's nothing these are the kinds of things that show that you really want to fix, atone, and do better. But you're not showing it. Tell me, what have you done in 6.5 years that has made the world a better place?
Take care of my kids. I barely get paid because I can't really just get a job because they assault my
I can't hear you.
background. I said it's hard for me to get a job with this assault on my background.
You haven't been convicted of anything.
I know, but it's hard for me to, when they do background checks, they're hindering me from getting.
I've got numerous people on deferred or unadjudicated probation that don't have problems getting jobs. I mean, nobody seems to. You're on deferred, you haven't been found guilty, you're presumed innocent. I mean, they may not want you to work for them, but most of the 5,000 probationers have jobs and are doing fine. They're not prevented from getting a job. But so you weren't doing that, but you could have done some community service. Which you did. From probation. All right, would you summarize for me this lady's performance?
She does report, but she
What
doesn't
else?
really work
She
probation.
She doesn't report she's going to go to prison. But what about, what is it? Or I sense a frustration here. What about the community service? What have we done to try to get her to do something that makes the community, that puts back into the community for the mistakes she made?
Well, I told her prior to us coming here to just work some community service because she doesn't have a job right now, but
6.5 years. Did she have a job any during the time?
She had-
72 months?
she had a job before this charge, the new one,
Doing what?
flagging at a refinery.
Okay. Okay. So 6.5 years goes by. What is anything? No job?
I
Well,
have
she works at home. I mean, she's got a family. How many children?
3. 1, 2,
What? And the father, what does he do? Ma'am?
And one of my first baby's father, he's in prison. So
The father of your first child is in prison. Your first two he's in prison. What about the bad choice in guys there, huh?
It's like
What about the other father?
he don't.
He did.
He don't.
Okay. From probation, tell me, what do you think here?
I think we can put in some sanctions to help her motivate her to work probation.
Really? You're gonna have to be creative. Because 6.5 years have gone by and this is it. The sum total is nothing. Children, but a broken family. No community service, no job. I mean, we're starting from ground zero. But a lot of people do, and then move up to the high rise. Okay, now let's see. All right. What is, okay, help me on state. I know this is dismissed. I'm looking at the administrative hearing here, and this states that the defendant allegedly committed the offense of burglary of a habitation, entered the victim's residence without consent and violently assaulted the occupants of the house.
According to the co-defendants and a video provided to one of the other prosecutors, who's in this case, Mr. Ham, there's 2 girls that were involved in the altercation. The defendant went in to go get the one out or get the other 2 out to kind of break things up a little, giving her the benefit of the doubt since the other 2 both stated she was not involved in the altercation.
She, her, the defendant, this
yes.
defendant? Okay, so
But
this finding is wrong. Entered the residence without consent and violently assaulted the occupants of the house. That's wrong.
No, the occupants are saying that she did, but the co-defendants are all both saying that she did not, that the 2 of them that have already pled to it are the ones that committed the offense.
Was she with them?
She was with them. She shouldn't have been present where a crime was being committed. That's a violation of her probation, but she, according to them, she was not part of the assault.
She's on probation.
Yes, sir. I understand that, Judge.
Okay.
I read over the file really hard before I made that decision. Yes, sir. So,
All right. Anything else?
and
We're going to find that there is sufficient evidence supporting this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. To grant it by preponderance of the evidence or greater, as I find the defendant has pleaded true to allegation 2 voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. That is enough to grant this motion to revoke probation, find you guilty, and sentence you to 10 years in prison. How's that sinking in? Good? Yeah, well, that's what you've earned by your behavior. I'm going to defer, though formally revoking and finding her guilty. I will continue her on probation, but I don't want to see any return until we come back and say, hey, she's completed probation successfully. You assault another person, shame on you. You're not role modeling the children that you say you love. You're going in, you're in somebody's home and there's a scuffle going on, whether you're involved or not. Why aren't you taking care of your problems and your children? Not being involved in assaults that you're on probation for. I mean, that's number one, it's not ladylike. And it's number 2, it's not a good role model for the child. That they deal with their problems by
what do you think?
assaulting each other.
No.
You've got to set an example. Obviously, the fathers of the children are poor examples. It's up to you. Those children are going to do just what their parent does. The person that's most influential to them, and that's going to be you, because the fathers obviously are worthless. You need to make better choices in guys too. They're good guys out there.
Are we dismissing the MTRP and letting her just
No.
continue? Or are we holding it in
No.
advance for a while?
It's going to continue.
Okay.
And is there anything you need to do the work that you're not doing, and that is the community service? If you can't pay fees, you can't go to jail because you're unable to pay and you're trying. As long as you try. But on something for community service, and is there something we can do for community service that will help this particular lady, her needs and her issues concerning assaultive behavior and thoughts? What can we do to put her in a position that she is she's doing something that is promoting peace? Can we think of something? Y'all are very creative about that, but we're going to continue the terms of probation. And if there are other things we can do to help her where she can continue to take care of the family and be a good role model and do something that is peace loving rather than assaultive, then that's what we want. We'll continue. Well, I want to review it in 6 months, see how you're doing. But failure is not an option here. Your children don't need you in prison, right? Get a resetting. And we actually have Ms. Dugas, it was on 2 cases. There was also a burglary of habitation, right? That you're on, and it's the same.
No, sir.
No, that's a new case. That's the one I'm dismissing.
Oh, this is going to be.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I sent the dismissal to you.
Yeah, that was just